What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have like and sub, and let's get into this. It's over. It's done. The Acolyte episode 8 has finished. Just watched it a little bit ago. I got to tell you, not really thing anyone didn't call. Um, just sort of go through it. Before we get into anything, I will say it is currently still at 81% on the average, 15% on the audience. So it has gone up. We'll see once people actually watch it, whoever's left watching it. But so we started, it's hard to get some of the episodes, but just so you get the general idea, or some of the pictures rather. We started with Sol and May on the ship. He, just like we all guessed, he took her back to Brindok so he can prove to her that the Vergence is real, and that finally we get to what he believes, and he just says it, that yes, what Mother Anastasia said, that the twins are one soul in two bodies, no pun intended, one soul in two bodies, and that these Force cultist witches uses the Force Nexus or the Force Vergence to create them. So we get that confirmation. Vernestra Rowe basically get multiple confirmations that yes, when she gets to the planet, she immediately recognizes Smilo Ren and his feelings. She does what all the Jedi should have been able to do from the start. She can sense him immediately. She can sense threats, like the bugs on the planet. She can when she gets to at the end, she senses everything that happened through the Force, something the Jedi just somehow couldn't do. So it's all over the place because the thing was all over the place. But essentially, Osha agrees to go with Kymir to go to Brindok. They can just feel that they're there, and Saul gets into a huge lightsaber fight with the Stranger, which it's a lot of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Force Jedi powers. Heavy Kylo and Rey themes here. I think you can guess how that goes. Ultimately, Saul gets disarmed. Osha, who now knows that Saul killed their mother, even though that wasn't explained very clearly, because while Saul and the Stranger are fighting, May and Osha are talking to each other. And so right after Saul disarms the Stranger and he's got no weapons, Osha comes out, and it was so hard to keep track of everything. Osha comes out and she basically gets his lightsaber, gets Saul's lightsaber that was on the ground, and through her anger starts bleeding the lightsaber, so making it, go from blue to red. And I should say, this is just moments after she uses the Force to choke Saul dead, but not before he says, "It's okay. It's okay." And then, gets choked out dead. They end up together, and then Vernestra Rowe gets on the planet, immediately senses like the Stranger is there, and so yes, everyone's theories about that was his Jedi master is correct, and that the scars on his back probably did come from her. And and then you go, well, so what was the point of all of this, right? Like, so how do they explain this away? Well, you'll be very glad to know that Vernestra Rowe blames everything on Saul. She says she blames everything on Saul and says that Saul is a rogue Jedi master, and that 16 years ago he uncovered, which they did, the lies of omission, but that he is the one that killed Master Indara and Torben and Kalnaka, and that it was all basically, so they blamed it all on him, knowing that Kymir is still out there. And May gets her, they meet all back up at the May, Kymir, and Osha meet all back up at that stupid tree that we kept seeing on Brindok. And basically, Osha agrees to be Kymir's apprentice. And so Kymir, being the lovely good guy Sith that he is, he force revens him, revens May, and takes away all of May's memories. So now May is good and has all her memories taken of her, and she only remembers up until she's 8 years old, up until, the Jedi came and found them on Brindok. And then Osha joins Kymir and becomes his apprentice, just like he always wanted. But so the thing we've left out here is we do get two notable cameos. When Kymir and Osha they're seen there together. That's their ending on the same planet. On the same planet, we do what everyone is assuming, and it does sort of look like a moon, MUNN, or a mun. But that's Darth Plagueis. So the actual Sith is here, black robes, red Sith eyes. So he watches them leave to go to Brindok, and he's presumably still there in the tomb. So if you were listening to Leslie talk about missing the Force for the trees with the Sith, it would seem that this now retroactively is where Plagueis in the Plagueis novels gets the idea of using the Force to create life by influencing midichlorians, and he got it from the Force cult witches on Brindok that Venestra Bro lovingly blamed and took his death and did it all, told all the senators that it was his fault. And then that's used by one of these senators to show why the Senate have more oversight over the Jedi in the prequels. And then the big one is, yes, the cameo at the very end is the Yoda puppet, where she goes in and says, "Master, I have something to tell you." And boom. So do we know if she tells the truth to Yoda or if she lies to Yoda and he doesn't sense through the Force? I don't know. Either way, they have really hammered home that the Jedi are corrupt, been corrupt for a long time. And I guess this explains why Keanu Monday didn't Kiadi Mundi didn't say anything or assume it was a Sith. He just thought it was a rogue Jedi back then. So there you go. And then just continuing, if we are wondering if that's Plagueis, in that Nerdist interview, Leslie did say if you had plans going forward with Plagueis, she said, "Yes, I do. If I continue to get to tell this story, I know how I would like that to play out." The Acolyte showrunner Leslie Headland previously said of Darth Plagueis in an interview, and I would say that it's pretty complicated and messy. So yeah, here we go. The only Sith I think we saw in this whole goddamn thing, and that's Plagueis, right? Or if that is in fact him. But other than that, oof, just what a shit show. Confirmed that now the cult of Force Witches did indeed create life. May and Osha, one being split between two people. Osha is now a dark side apprentice to Chimere, and May is now memory wiped and working as a tracking agent for Venestra Row to hunt down the stranger Chimere. So there you go. I don't know. There you go. I don't know. Will this get another season? If Leslie asks, sure, because there's no way they're going to cancel it. Otherwise, they would be proving all the toxic bigots correct. Anyway, let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you thought of that episode. Were you right? Did you think it was Venestra Row that was the Sith? Because she wasn't. But if you thought she was the one that gave Chimere the scars on his back, then you were probably correct. She was his Jedi Master. Anyway, boy, oh boy, let me know what you think of this down in the comments. Be sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. Make sure to head over to Film Threat, 1 o'clock PST. Well, I'll be reading super chats, 1 to 7 o'clock. Everyone's going to be there throughout the day reading their eulogies for Disney Star Wars. Star Wars is alive and well. Everything before 2012. It's in the expanded universe and the legends. So go back and read that and then give your eulogy for Disney Star Wars, because that is done, son.
Well, bye.